Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Dotted Mastery with Tanya. Today we are going to talk about a really important and first pillar of OOPS concept, that is encapsulation. What is encapsulation? Encapsulation, by the word, it means encapsulating your data, your method into a single unit. Encapsulation is when you try to protect information in your code from being used incorrectly. Encapsulation is when you separate or hide one part of your code from rest of your code. It separates your data from your app's behavior. Okay, let's check out the demo for clear understanding. This is a demo application where I've created a class called aeroplane, and it has the speed as a member variable. And let's put some method also, like public void, and let's give the functionality of fly. So fly, okay, console dot write line airplane is flying. Okay, so we have this class has a variable called speed and it can fly. This is the behavior. So we are encapsulating our data and its behavior into a single unit. This is a unit. It's called encapsulation. But does encapsulation only mean the one unit of class? No, it's much more than that. Okay, this is how you have encapsulated your behavior and your variable in a class. Now suppose from outside of this class we are trying to create the object of that class and we are trying to set the speed here. Okay, but what happens if somebody tries to set the speed of this aeroplane like this, which is like impossible number, which is incorrect actually. This shouldn't be the speed, right? Or maybe if I'm putting some negative number, this is not the real speed and this should not be set. But what is happening here? Now we have created this speed variable with public modifier. Anybody can access this speed and set the value. So if you run the application, it's not going to throw anything, right? Why? Because we have given the access to set it anything. Yeah, so what we are doing is we are, so this point, right? Encapsulation is when you protect information in your code from being used incorrectly. This is how this is the purpose of encapsulation. How will we implement it there? Let's see. I'm going to make this speed as private. So anything anywhere out of this class, user cannot access the speed directly, and we can control the value we are going to put into speed variable. How? We have provided a public method set speed. Here we are passing the speed value and we are setting it here, right? So I can actually put a condition here that speed should be greater than 0. Only then it will set the speed. Else, maybe I'm going to throw new exception that not a valid speed. Now we try to put the same value, right? I'm going to set the value set uh, biplane dot set speed. The value I'm going to pass is -20. Let's see. Okay, this is not required because the this method is going to set the value inside that, and here I will call get speed. Okay, here what we have done is we have created two new, these are the two new methods. One is set speed, other is get speed. Set speed is what we will pass to this method, and it will set the value of this variable inside it if the condition is true, else it will throw an exception. And whenever you want to access the speed outside this application, outside this class, then you have to call this get speed, and it will return the value, current value. Okay, now let's try to set -20 and see what happens. See, it's going to throw the error. So this is how we have protected our variable from being used incorrectly. Okay, and let's finish this. So encapsulation is about separating information from other parts of an application that shouldn't mess with that information. With member variable, you don't want the rest of your app directly messing with your data. So you separate the data from by making it private, like how we saw. We made speed as a private variable, so the rest of your application will not access it directly, or may not put the wrong value or incorrect value to speed. If data needs to be updated or modified, you can provide methods that work with the data responsibly, like how we did for set speed method. Now, one question you may ask, like encapsulation is all about making your variable private, but no, encapsulation is about separating the information in such a way that the application shouldn't mess with it. Making a variable private is a way of achieving it. We can achieve encapsulation through different ideas depending on your business requirements. Like for example, we were discussing about this airplane class. Let's actually go and check how we can use encapsulation in that airplane. This is the same airplane class we were working with before. So here I've made few changes. I'll tell you one by one. First is this speed, right? We made it as private variable, and we were doing it through get speed and set speed method. We were setting the value and reading the value, right? But we can do the same thing with setter and getter methods. Here this speed has this getter and setter method, and the same logic we have provided here, that if the value is greater than 0, we are setting the speed, else we are throwing the error. Okay, this can be done inside a single variable. See, okay, then we have included one new variable, which is created time. This created time is going to be only a read only variable, as in by implementation the user can only read the value, they cannot set the value. So the value we are setting it while creating the object. The object only is setting the value. We are not passing any value for this created time. Like we are not giving the liberty to the user to set this created time value. And inside this getter setter method, we have only provided the getter method and not the setter method. So now the property will not be set outside other than the object creation. Okay. Then we have this fly behavior. Before we were just we had just a method, and the method was printing the message on console that airplane is flying. But now what we have done is, for example, now there could be a situation or a problem that tomorrow the client comes and says he wants the functionality, same functionalities for real airplane and toy airplane. There should be there should be different flying behavior for them. So what is the solution coming to your mind? You will of course use try to maintain and use the code, right? You will try to inherit this airplane and try to create the toy airplane, and that toy airplane is going to override that fly behavior, and in console it will say toy airplane is flying. But that is a tedious job, and it's not the right way to make your code. You I mean Overriding is a workaround, right? If it simply means that you have not used the inheritance in the correct way. So what is the solution? If we will provide it this fly behavior as property, and let the user decide what kind of fly property they want to use. They want it as a toy flying behavior, or they want it as real flying behavior. So we are going to provide the property also. It depends on the user what property they want to use. And then I'm going to set the value, whatever flying behavior they want to set, they will set it, the constructor will set here. Okay, and then in get fly method, inside this get fly method, we are going to call this fly. Now what I have done here is I have created an interface iFly which has this fly method. In real fly, we are saying real airplane is flying. In toy fly, we are saying toy airplane is flying. This is another way of achieving encapsulation. Encapsulation means encapsulating anything which can be separate, through which your code and your implementation, that is which can vary, can be separated out, and your code can be easily modified according to the requirements coming in future. So here with this we have separated the flying behavior. Now let's run the application and see the output. Let's change all these. Okay, biplane dot speed is equals to 10, and yes, it is expecting the behavior, flying behavior, right? Remember, we inside this constructor we are passing the fly behavior, so we have to pass the fly behavior here. So suppose if I am doing it for toy fly, toy obj is equals to new toy fly. Okay, and I'm going to obj. Okay, I'm going to pass this to airplane. Okay, and now my biplane can get fly method. Similarly, I'll do it for real fly also. By real biplane, real. Okay, biplane, and this is my real obj. This behavior also I'll pass it here. Okay, the speed is maybe now 12,000 kilometer. 12. Now I will fly with get fly method. If I run this, see the toy airplane is flying. Sorry, very sorry. Here we have passed the real, this should be real fly. This is also real fly. Now let's run the application and see what is printing. I am sorry, what did I do? Sorry about that. I was doing a very silly mistake that here I'm calling this get fly method on biplane only. I should be calling it by real biplane, and now it should work. See, real airplane is flying and toy airplane is flying. So you saw, right? Encapsulation is not only about hiding the data or is not only about separating it. It's about it. The concept says that your behavior or your variables should be separated out from your original app, from your application, so that your application doesn't mess with your information or mess with your data in the runtime while maintaining it, or if even if the new requirement comes in, we will be able to encapsulate everything according to the requirement. So this is through interface we have encapsulated the behavior of fly. See, it is taken out. Now this airplane class doesn't have to know anything about how it should fly. It will simply have only a fly behavior, and user will set it according to their need. So this airplane, this class is separated out from its behavior. It doesn't know how it is flying. Okay, so that is it for today. I hope you understood every point and everything. If you still have any doubt, please put it in the comment section, and I will get back to you. And I'll get back with another video of OOPS concept. Till then, bye bye, and please subscribe and like this video and put a comment. Thank you.